Hey guys, welcome back. It is episode S3E6, and today we are going to continue working on the paintball field. Alright, so let's see. We gotta start setting up our colors for whatever side's gonna be which. This side will probably be red. We want the floor to go there. Oops, put that there. And so begins the part of me dropping blocks and going to catch them. So yeah, I've spent some time refining my idea for how the piston, the redstone portion of this is going to work. I think it should be pretty good. Actually, put a torch there. This will be the red team. Don't need all that. That, and then we'll have red blocks there. Alright. And then we'll have pistons underneath that'll drop the gate when both teams flip a switch. That's the idea, at least. That is the idea. Alright. This will be blue. I've got a shit ton of obsidian, too, for the flooring, because it's going to be using sticky pistons. Or sticky pistons, I'm sorry, slime blocks. Which are going to, it's going to be expensive. So we need to make sure we place these right the first time, because I'm not digging up a bunch of obsidian because I'm incompetent. Alright, put that there. Oh yeah, guys, check out my channel. I don't know if you guys actually look at the YouTube page when you go to watch the video, but I just spent a ton of time trying to learn about Photoshop, so I made some banners and stuff. I know it's not nothing like amazingly fancy, but it's pretty impressive for me. So take a look and let me know what you think. I was pretty impressed with it. And should probably put some type of indicator. That's probably a good enough indicator, right? Yeah. Maybe we'll put the color in the corners too, so if you're looking from the outside, you know who's on what side. Like that. Yeah. Let's see here. Money. Nope. Right into the dirt. And then back here as well. Okay. So here's where it's going to get a little tricky. We're going to make the top layer obsidian, slime block, slime blocks, plural. Alright, so let's find the middle here. The middle is right here, so let's put just a torch right there so we know the middle. Okay, so down the middle, we'll put, let's just do this to start with. Okay, so obsidian, make that the floor. Alright, so we'll make the first, like, obstacle to hide behind, like, right here. Yeah, that'll be the first one. So, we want slime block, and I should have brought some building blocks. This will do though. Slime block, and then we'll put sticky piston right there. That'll be the first floor. Okay. And then on top we'll have, since this is the red side, we'll do red blocks. So when you're looking, you can tell, you can have some type of indicator or like which side's what. Yeah. Alright, and then you'll go down to... We gotta dig down a little bit. Let me dig down a little bit. I'll bring you guys back in a second. Okay, so I dug it out a little bit. Put another piston underneath like that. And then that's going to... You gotta put obsidian around this as well. That, and then you'll have obsidian here. Probably using obsidian a little willy-nilly. Really don't need it in the corners. Oops. But yeah, that's right. efficiency 5, haste 2. That's why that went so quick. All right, so there's 1, 2, and then one more piston here. There we go. Okay, so that goes there as well. Okay, now the idea is we get some redstone components. That we need some actual dust, and get me a lever too. I'm probably not going to explain this really well because it's kind of hard to explain without seeing it. But imagine this top layer of obsidian here will be the actual floor for the whole entire battlefield. Okay, and there's going to be levers, 3 levers, I believe 3 levers in each starting area. Okay, now you're going to flip a lever, and depending on what lever you flip, certain defenses will pop up from the ground. All right, and then if you flip another lever, different defenses will pop up from the ground. And there's 3 layers here, so each lever is going to be connected to one of these. Now, each lever might not be connected to the same. It might always be connected to the same defenses. So you might have one there, and then one here, and then one there. Okay, and then each one will come out one like this, and it'll run to some redstone. Texture pack's derpy because of the update to snapshot. That's connected though, it just doesn't look it. And then down here as well, and down here as well, and then they'll be all running long lines of redstone, which I'm probably gonna have to mess around with so they don't get all fucking tangled up. But and depending on which lever you switch, it might pop up this piston. Okay, so the problem is, the only thing is you have to make sure they're all turned off before you reset it. Because see, you'll flip this one. There you go. It popped up the defense. But if you switch this one, oh cool, it pops up even more. I didn't know that would happen. Interesting. Yeah, well, you can't really do that. So you always have to make sure they're all turned off before you reset. You shoot off which one you want to go next. So you flip the switch again, it comes back down. It's supposed to come back down. Yeah, okay, that's why it's important to make sure they're all always down before you you flip the next switch, bring up the next defenses. Now, it doesn't always mean, like if you flip a switch doesn't mean it's gonna shoot this one up. I mean, this one might not have one on connected to the second layer there. So if there's a multiple of these spread out through the whole entire area and you flip this lever, it'll shoot up this one, but say you flip lever number 2, there's nothing connected there, so you won't have that defense go up. Hope that makes sense. I'm going to try to mirror on both sides too, so the defenses are equal, but you have 3 options to choose from. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. It's a big task for me because redstone's not really my thing, but I'm going to work on it off camera because it'll be boring to watch me just stand there and do this, and then I'll bring you guys back once I get one side done. See you guys in a few. Probably hours for me, but seconds for you. Alright guys, we're back. I spent some time working on it and I realized there's a quick issue. We're here with JT, who is our resident redstone expert.
Hello.
As you can see, we are in our test world for the craft server. We have a secondary server we use for doing creative mode builds, just to get the feel for things before we put them into the survival. One of the perks of being on our server, I guess. Okay, so here's the idea right here. The idea was to have 3 options for defenses, okay? You had 1, 2, and 3. You'd flip the switch depending on what defense you want, and it would pop up the piston, all right? Now, my thought process was when you stacked a piston, go down, thank you. You stacked a piston on top of a slime block, on top of a piston, on top of a slime block, the stickiness of the piston would continue to stick to the slime block. So you'd flip the switch, it would push it up, and then when you retracted it, this sticky piston would still pull down the slime block. That's not the case. I think they should change that. I'm going to talk to somebody. Because that makes sense for them to actually pull each other down. Am I wrong?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm not wrong. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's a sticky piston. It's still attached to it, even though it's not extended.
It would make sense.
Yeah, but so that kind of puts a wrench in the build over here. So the idea was, like, say you wanted, these are all connected. Now on the actual paintball field, like for example, this one wouldn't be connected. All right, but this third lever here might be connected to other piston setups that would push up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So defenses are up. You're using this mode. It's fine. But the problem is, say you move on to the second one, you can't because obviously it's not connected. It's not an option for this module. So you'd flip the second switch. I fucked it up. Sorry, you'd flip this switch and it wouldn't fire because it's not connected. But it would shoot up other defenses. So you'd have different options for defenses mid-game.
Mm-hmm.
But now with the second switch here, we flip it. It pushes it up like it's supposed to, but because of the piston issue that I just showed you guys over there, you retract it, it doesn't pull everything back down.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the issue I'm at. JT, what can we do?
Well, there's a couple different things we can do. We can try to run an input onto a single block from multiple sides. Okay, so like say,
yes.
Here's your sticky piston with quartz block, and then you just run it from multiple angles. And you could even actually, if you wanted to, multi-angle that.
What?
Yep. You do something like that.
Oh, cool. So, if, for example, if here's the lever coming off of like this side right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And don't forget, guys, redstone's just derpy right now, so just bear with me. This actually will probably save me some money too, and a lot of actually hassle of having to build multiple layers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Now, are you wanting this to only go up one block or 2 blocks?
I want to be in default. I want to be just 1 block, unless you can make it so it's flush, and then when we fire it off, it doubles up. But it has to be very tileable, like because there's a lot crammed in next to each other.
Yeah, it's not too hard. We can do a fairly simple double piston extender.
I'll get the
There. Assuming that'll work.
Yeah, it might be too much. Actually, what we can do is that when we're done here, I'll jump you off there and I'll show you what we got. Like, I'll show you how cramped it is, you know?
Yeah.
But actually, since that actually will work, so I'll go that route. I like that, actually. All right, so let's JT, let's jump over to the other server.
Sure.
All right, we're back at spawn. Let's head over here.
And it's raining here too.
What's new? It's one of our new guys. Oh, wall. All right.
Civic. Yeah, I stand no chance against that name.
I'm gonna pause the video and wait for JT to get here, guys. Okay, we're back. We're here. So this is what I have so far. I'll show you guys the top. The top is this. Here's the idea. And then the other side will be blue on top instead of the red. And then the white line here is the dead center. But this was the idea right here. And I had it all built, and then I started doing some just quick testing here, and I found it didn't work. They retract, but they don't pull back down the slime block. But with JT's method, this actually shouldn't be too big of an issue. So, you think? I mean, yeah.
It's going to save you a lot of obsidian, too.
Yeah, it will, because I had to do more obsidian below it.
Jeez.
The only reason I used all obsidian up top was to just keep it so it looked good, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to, but I didn't want to half-ass it. And with the Haste 2 Efficiency 5, it goes like, this stuff breaks in no time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool. So it will work. That's cool. So the switches are going to be back here. You're going to flip the switch for the defenses you want. I actually got to raise this platform up one. And then both teams will flip a lever and when they're ready, and then the wall will drop, and that'll indicate that the game is on.
Nice.
Yep. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm going to continue to work it. I'm going to fix up everything I messed up, and I'll bring you guys back probably Like I said earlier, 5 days my time, but only a second your time. All right, guys. Here it is so far. Double piston extenders. You put a fucking power source into there, and it shoots up the sand. We're using this red sand now. Yeah, I think it looks good. It'll work. It's gonna take a pain in my tits to fucking wire, but what do you think, JT?
Looks fabulous.
Reddy, what do you think?
Yeah, it'll do.
Oh, he's glitched in. He might die. Oh, I thought you were gonna die. Oh crap! There's a Enderman mite thing down here. All right. Yeah, guys. So I will continue working tirelessly for your entertainment. All right, guys. So after much crazy wiring, which I'll show you in a moment, I have the first half of this setup. Okay. So there's 3 different switches here. There's the general or balanced. This is the offensive, and this is the defensive. So if you want a defensive playstyle, you'll switch this one. If you want offensive, you'll switch this one. If you want a balance, you'll switch this one. Okay, so let's start with the defensive. Place you back here. You put them up like that. So they're all up. They're on the sand, the red sand here. Then you flip the switch, and they go back down. All right, so you want to play offensive. You flip that. Puts all those up. All right, and then if you want to play defensive, or balance, you flip that. Gives you a little bit of everything. So that's the general idea. Now I got to repeat it on this side, but let's take a look downstairs and see the craziness that is the redstone. It's a mess. Okay. First of all, balanced is the stone half slabs. The acacia wood. Actually, I'm still on the default pack because I was getting too confused. The wiring being all effed up in my texture pack. The Arcadia wood. What's it called? Acadia. Yeah, that's the last one I did. So that would be the defensive, and then the oak slabs, dark oak slabs, are the is the offensive. But yeah, I use a lot of repeaters so wires didn't cross. I had to force wiring a certain way. I use a lot of repeaters, so there's a lot of repeaters down here, but it works surprisingly enough. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to blast proof this room with obsidian around it, because I can't risk a creeper coming down here or blowing up outside when we're having the games and taking everything out. It's too much. If something happened down here, I wouldn't even know how to fix it. And I'm probably going to end up actually putting an obsidian wall down here too, just to split them up in case anything blows up on one side, doesn't blow up on the other. But yeah, so that's it. So I'll bring you guys back when this half is done. So yeah, see you in a few. Next day, guys, and we're back. Finally, it's done. Well, the redstone is, at least. There it is. Red team, blue team. It was a lot of fun wiring this, because it took a lot of, you had to think about it. You know what I mean? But they work. And then, bam! Defensive. So yeah, I mean, it's good to play on. I gotta make an area for arrows and bows, and I gotta make stands over here. And I also want to do some type of overhang here, so I can I can't put it under here because the redstone's right underneath here. Oh, one more down at least. So I can't do the piston wall here like I wanted to. That would, each team would flip a switch and the pistons would drop, and then you would know to go. So I might have to put it above. So we'll have to play with that, I think. Yeah, so that's kind of it. We'll drop down quickly and I can show you guys. Let's go down this way. Put this back. Nope, missed. There you go. Okay, so this is the side I've shown you already, I think, and this is the other side. The wiring's not identical. I didn't want to have to just keep walking back and forth and see where I place wires, so I kind of actually, yeah, this is the old side, this is the newer side. So I just rewired it again, but it all works. It took a lot of thinking. Getting the last line over here is pretty tough. This is the acacia wood line. Having to just get it past everything without activating other pistons and whatnot, so it's kind of a pain in the ass, but we got it. We managed. We had to bridge over here. I learned a lot about how redstone reacts, you know, so that was fun. But yeah, so I'm probably not going to. I'm probably gonna call this the episode because it's getting long, and I'll probably just do the aesthetics off, and I'll show you it like during another episode sometime, like just like this is what I've done episode. You know, I won't like go into a whole detail on it, but the aesthetics that'll be boring anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is actually probably one of the longest like periods of times I actually started filming in. Like I started this, actually it's not that bad actually. I started on May 6th and today's May 8th and I finished it up. Yeah, okay. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Take care.